So remember that I mentioned about having 4 of these. So there's a lot more in photography than just filters. There's technique, there's angles, but there's also additional accessories that I'm about to show you here. Well, for instance, you can use so this is something that I bought from IKEA. This is just a pretty light, but when you put up against the camera at such an angle, it takes amazing photos, just like this. Now this is only achievable when you're shooting with a really tight lens, 50mm and above. But if you're shooting at wide angle, say 16mm, it is not advisable that you use things like these. So if you look at this clip over here, now this looks nice, right? Now this was not edited at all, 100% shot organic, using a 50mm on a full frame body together with the star filter that you can get from here. Now if you're not familiar with this, you can watch my previous video. So from this, what I did is I just rotated the filter as I were to move across from left to right, producing this very nice image. Now moving back to photos. So if you look at this photo, right? This photo was taken on a 16 to 35mm, and the technique that I used essentially was that I have my phone with me very close to my head. So essentially when it's close to my head, I get that light source coming into my head. And what it does is that it makes me pop out from the surrounding image, so your image does not get lost. That's photography tip number 1. So now we move on to videography technique number 2, adding dynamic shots. Notice how when we added dynamic shots, we always look for movements. Movements like when I'm in between the shelf racks, example like this. Or when I'm coming into the store, just like this. So all these dynamic movements actually does help the video sell the motion of it, and that's what makes a really good video. Now also for today, I'm going to be introducing to you Nabila. Nabila is one of the best artists I've ever met. She is an interior designer slash, she does a lot of canvas painting, she does photography, but most importantly, she is very skillful in her photo editing. Now, experts say 50% of the work is done taking the photo, 50% of the work is done editing the photo. Now, I am no expert in editing the photo, so please welcome Nabila. Guys, this is Nabila.
Hi.
Alright, so Nabila, I have 3 questions for you. Like, essentially, I find editing photos very difficult. And I think that you have done really, really good edits on your Instagram. Do you agree?
Yeah.
So for today, we're going to be taking a few photos, and then we're going to be handing it over to Nabila, the whole chunk of it, and then she's going to try her best to edit, and we're going to learn through the processes on how she edits the photos. And let's go. Alright, so now that we're done with all of the photo taking sessions, what's left more is to edit our photos. So here we have the Lightroom app turned on, and believe it or not, this was actually taken just using a phone. Don't need a DSLR, is that correct?
Yes.
Alright, so let's go.
Turn down the luminance a bit. Then
Halfway recording, I just realized that I forgot to wear my jacket. So you're gonna see me wearing my jacket halfway, and now I'm not wearing my jacket, so sorry about that.
it takes a lot of time actually. I cannot edit it live actually.
Alright. So we're gonna give her time, we're gonna be cutting the film real quick, and we'll see what she can come up
Okay.
like right after we're done
Okay.
shooting. Okay?
Yeah.
Alright. We're gonna come back to the video real soon.